So it's time to go ahead and put the seats into this thing. We're gonna go ahead and start tearing out the cloth seats. Full disclosure, this thing's probably gonna be pretty messy under the seats. When I purchased this car, it had about 16 empty packs of Marlboro Lights, and the smell was terrible. I obviously cleaned it as best as I could, but these leather seats serve two purposes. One, to really rid this car of any residual smell, and two, to have a much nicer seat to sit in while I drive, because the seats in this car hurt my back so much. But anyways, enough talk, let's get into it. We're gonna start by ripping out the back seat. So we're gonna start by removing the rear bench seat. Most rear seats pull up just by yanking up on it. This seat is a little bit different. You actually gotta smack it here. Well, let's go ahead and start beating on the seat here, beating on it here, and see if we could hear any unclicking or clipping. Okay, there was one. There's two. That was pretty easy, actually. Ooh, a lot of gross things. Gotta have some gloves on. Yuck. So the next piece we're gonna remove is this filler piece right here. So there's one Phillips head down here. It's rather hard for it to see. And then there's these plastic dowels, I guess, that sit in there. So remove the Phillips head and then kind of lift it up, wiggle it out, and pull it out. So now that we got the filler pieces out of the way, the last couple pieces we have to do is remove, this is a 13 mil right here, and there's another one back here. And then this portion of the seat will slide out this way, and then there's another 2 bolts on the other side as well. And then that larger portion of the seat will slide out towards the passenger side. So the next 2 bolts, one's there, one's up here. Again, it's really hard to see. You gotta believe me. So much crud around it. So now we can see all of the lovely treasures that we have in here now. We're gonna go ahead and clean all this up and then get to installing our new seats. The back seats are now all done, which is great. Now time to start on the front. So before removing the front seats, generally what I like to do is remove the headrests, because we're gonna have to pull the seats full forward and then tip them out of the car. Sometimes the headrest will get caught on the door frame. So we're just gonna go ahead and remove the passenger side and driver side headrests. There's a little button on one of the sides. You just press it and pull up. So the seat is pulled all the way to the back. We're gonna go ahead and remove this piece of trim, and there's another piece of trim over there. So just grab it kind of underneath. Just be gentle not to break anything. Kind of see if you can pop it out. Okay. I didn't break anything. There's another piece of trim down here. I know it's really hard for you guys to see it. It's very difficult for me to get the camera in here. So just believe me, there's a piece of trim there. I'll try to go ahead and explain how to remove it as best as I can. Pretty much. So the piece of trim that was towards the center of the car, I grabbed it here. So it's sitting in here like this. I grabbed it here and I kind of just pulled away like that. And so we're on the passenger side. So I'm in the back seat right now, just pulling back. Just gently. Get your floor mats out of the way. That's how that one came out. It's pretty easy on the rear. So the piece of trim that is towards the center console, that one, so it has this pretty big clip right there to kind of pry it and pull out as well. That one is also kind of a bear. So there are 4 nuts holding the seat in. There's 2 13mm nuts at the front underneath the pieces of trim, and then there's one back here. But then on the corner that is facing the center console, it's an 18mm nut. So before we remove the passenger seat, we have to go ahead and remove the 2 connectors, one for the airbag, and then I'm guessing one for the seat belt. Just a little tab right here to press on. And the airbag, I think, is gonna be a little bit trickier. So this is kind of funny because this seat does not have side impact airbags. The new leather seats have airbags built into them. This one does not. This actually doesn't go to anything. This is just a termination. So take our trim tool, just pop that out. Look at that. Huh. I don't think I've ever seen that before. So now that the airbag connector is freed up from the seat frame, you pretty much just go ahead and push this red safety lock all the way forward, and then you press on this yellow tab here, and then it disconnects it. So I accidentally had you guys on time lapse. But anyways, all I did was I removed the center tray for the center console. There are 4 10mm bolts. There's one there, and then there's this ugly piece of foam. Ugh, it's gross. And another bolt there, and another bolt there. So go ahead and pretty much just repeat the same thing on the driver's side. 13mm bolt here, 13mm bolt there, 18mm nut here, 13mm nut there. Man, I keep finding money. I'm gonna have enough to buy a coffee tomorrow. Woo! Heck yeah. More coin. So the area is all clean. We're ready to go ahead and install our seats. Normally, you know, for older cars, putting in seats is not a big issue. This car kind of worried me a little bit because the driver and passenger seat both had airbags in the seat, and then the driver's seat had a motor control for the seat, and then additionally had buttons for power pedals. Apparently the Sables of this era came with adjustable pedals. Anyways, the thing that really worried me was the connector. So this is the vehicle harness right now, or the body harness, and this is the body harness that I clipped off from the donor car at the junkyard. And what is amazing is that all the wires are the same, all the same colors, they're all in the same pinout locations, the connectors are the same. I believe I pulled the seats from a 2000 Mercury Sable Station wagon. If you end up doing this yourself, try to find something with a similar year so that the wires line up. Well, I just think it's amazing that the body harness had provisions for an airbag, for the side impact airbag in the seat, and then they just went ahead and installed this jumper. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and just key this thing on. Turn this guy off. Whoa! That's amazing! That's crazy! That's so sweet! What? That's so cool! Man, I'm super jacked. This is amazing. Oh my gosh, what a win. What an absolute freaking win. Dude, that is, this is awesome. I'm so jacked to freaking put everything back together and take this thing out for a ride. Oh my goodness. Awesome, cool. Let's get everything back together. Well, YouTube, that's how you go ahead and upgrade the interior in your 2000 Mercury Sable or Ford Taurus. If you would have done something differently, please let me know in the comments below. If you like content like this, please consider subscribing. And as always, I really hope you found this video helpful, entertaining, and educational. And until next time, YouTube, thanks and take care.